This cafeteria, anyone in UAE will know this. They have it's like glass, okay, where you can see inside. There are these white tables, round plastic tables, and that very popular white chair. Those are cheap chairs. So they have them outside, white tables with plastic chairs, like a beach kind of thing. Inside, they have maybe a metal chair and a table, I think marble top, cheap ones, not too expensive. And it's all white, so it's very bright. And then there are the counter or the kitchen, which is kind of closed. They have all fruits. They have like a glass, like see through, all fruits. You'll see apples, oranges, and very colorful. Okay, and then there is a small opening. So this is the entrance to the cafeteria where you can see people sitting there or whatever. And then there is a kitchen which is covered by this small opening. And you have to open and then go inside and they close it. Okay. So there's always a person who pops his head and looks. Okay. And then he goes back and they'll prepare their juice, they'll fry their eggs, burgers, sandwiches. And this was Ultima Cafeteria. The name of the uh, cafeteria was Ultima Cafeteria. Now, outside is where they cut the shawarma. You can Google search what is a shawarma. It's like a whole slab of meat. It comes down like this, and there is fire. It's like a grill, and they keep with the heat. It's like roasted, and the juice flows out. Very delicious. They serve it with a khubus, Arabic bread. They put the meat in that. They put salad. My mouth is watering. They put pickled, like it gives you a pickly taste, like chilies or whatever. And then they put salted kind of yogurt kind of milk. It's, I don't know, tahini or whatever. Arabic, all Arabic. And that sandwich is kind of kept near the heat. And once it's hot enough, then they give it to you smoking hot. It's like, my mouth is watering with French fries. Okay. So those days, the cost for that sandwich was 2 dirham 50 fils. I know today it must be like $10 or $5 or whatever. Those days, a lamb sandwich in UAE, lamb is cheaper than chicken. Okay, lamb is cheaper, the shawarma. So it was 2 dirham 50 fils. I still remember this, and the chicken was 3 dirhams. Okay, now I'll keep the cost in mind. So as I'm walking, I get this smell because they are cutting it outside. No, those days they would allow you to cut it outside. Now the municipality has made sure that it has to have a glass enclosure, and because the intense heat is there, you can feel the heat, and you can the smell goes through your nostrils. Yeah. So here I am, a hungry guy, you know, slight dust and all that, walking with the shirt and jeans, and man, that smell when it goes to your nose, oh, you get hungry. And I was hungry immediately. And what I did is, like any normal person, I put my hand in my pocket to see how much money I had. I still remember this. Put my hand and I saw those coins, 50 fils, 25 fils, 1 dirham. I don't know why I didn't have money or what it was, but that day, that particular time, I had 2 dirhams, 25 fils. Okay. Remember, the sandwich is 2 dirham 50 fils. 250. I had 225. And the chicken sandwich was, $3. So chicken sandwich out of the way. Okay. So now I came there and I asked that guy, the guy, they wear like a paper cap and they wear white shirt and he's cutting the shawarma. Malayali guy, Malayali Muslim, he's cutting the shawarma. He's doing his work, because there are people there. Okay. I stand there and he looks at me. He's cutting the shawarma and he looks at me and, kya mangta hai? The typical, like, what the hell do you want? I was like, I said, ye shawarma kitna? I knew the price, but I was still asking. Oh, 250. Okay, वो chicken का इतना. Like he was like, he didn't give a damn. तीन dirham है. Okay, 3 dirhams. Okay. And then I could see other people eating rice and curry and French fries, and I was like, oh shish, okay, this is out of my budget. Then I asked him, French fries ka kitna? So by the time I asked him French fries, he was getting kind of irritated. He's like, what the hell is this guy? Like, why is he asking me chicken how much and this how much? And French fry वो 2 dirham है, 2 dirham for a small plate. French fry. पर अगर आपको वो सब मांगते हैं वो 5 dirham है. Means French fry with the sandwich with the ketchup or whatever. So he's looking at me and he's confused because, normally people are not poor or anything like that. And I look like a well built guy. I didn't have all these facial tattoos, but, I had tattoos, okay, up to my neck. And I'm a plump, fat guy that time. And I'm standing there and, my mouth is watering. And I'm tired and I'm looking. So he looks at me and he's like wondering, like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? Why is he asking the price? Is he okay? Like, did I take some drugs? Although nobody takes drugs in UAE like that. Okay. So as he was doing it, from inside, I told you, it's like a see-through glass and one black, dark man, very dark. Okay. Not like an African dark, like a South Indian dark, Keralite. Very dark with glasses. The guy was almost like 60 years old. He had white hair, bald ear. And then he looks, pops out his head and saying, "Evidende," like something like that in Malayalam. Even though I'm half Malayali, I don't know much about. He said, "Evidende" means like what the hell? Like what's happening? So this guy speaks in Malayalam. "Evidende." He tells him, "Evidende, chicken sandwich and mutton sandwich and French fry. Evidende." So the guy, pops his head and looks, because that opening is there, no? It's just to put the plates and takes out the plate. And he's looking at me outside and then he looks at me and I think he was confused and, "Hey, Eda," he tells me, "Kya mangta hai?" He asked me, okay, like, what the hell do you want? Like, I said, then I told him, वो आपका French fry, थोड़ा French fry मिलेगा, थोड़ा pickle के साथ, yeah, sandwich ले लो ना. Means he is telling me, take the sandwich. और French fry free में दे. Means it'll come together. नहीं. I told him, नहीं. And then I don't know, I just felt embarrassed with the whole thing. I felt confused and I was really confused. I was hungry. I was tired. I was like, नहीं. And this guy is looking at me like with his glasses, those cheap metal glass. He's like trying to figure me out. He's trying to figure me out. And here I'm totally like zombie, like lost. I'm hungry, I'm tired, traffic is going and this man is looking at me and I was like, nahi, chodo. I was about to go. I said, okay. He said, nahi, hey, beto. Okay, I'm French fry dega, beto. So then, like, I didn't know what to do. I told you, outside there was a white table with the plastic chairs. Yeah. And I was tired. I was like, okay, I'll just sit outside. And just sat down. I just sat outside and it was like a slightly sandy, like not like dirt sand. It was like, made that you could sit outside and cars were going. So I sit outside. I'm just sitting there. My mind is blank. I'm just thinking about job and what to do. Where will I stay and what will I eat? And I sit there and, in my head, it was like, I'm still holding on to that money. And I was like, okay, 2 dirham, 25 fils. Okay, it gives me French fries. It'll be $2. And then I'll be left with 25 fils. What will I do with that? And where will I go? So nothing was making sense to me. Seriously. Sitting there, I'm just thinking. And all of a sudden, the food comes. The French fries, which I apparently ordered. But to my surprise, he brings 2 shawarma sandwiches, French fries. He brings, plate of rice. First was a plate of rice, curry with meat, it is an Arabic kind of like red curry with mutton and vegetables. And then there was another plate of French fries and two shawarma sandwiches. And the minute he bought that food, I was like, I stood up on the I said, मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है ये आप क्या लाए अभी ये मैं order नहीं किया. And he also, sorry, he bought a, I think, avocado juice or something like that. I said, ये orange juice, sorry, orange juice, yeah. I said, मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है ये आप क्या लाया मैं order नहीं किया ये मेरा order, like, I was panic, like, how will I pay? अरे एडा ये बेटो, that guy who served me, Beto. I was really scared. Okay, I was not sure what is happening. I don't know. I just got a panic. So old man from there, he said, "Ada beto, ada, hey, beto." And then I looked at him and then he said, "तुम मेरा बेटा जैसा है." तुम मेरा बेटा जैसा है means you're like my son. तुम बैठो, तुम बैठो, तुम बैठो, खाओ, eat. You know why I'm crying is because here is a Keralite Muslim guy, a total stranger, a 60-year-old man, a total stranger, doesn't know me one bit. And he gives me food. And I'm not joking. 3 kilometers away, I told you, no, from Sharjah to Rola, 3 kilometers away is my mother's health club, my mother's and father's, which I help build. They have a business, they're running a business, they have a health club, they have a house, 3 bedroom, they have money, but my mother refuses to help me, refuses to take my call. My own mother, mother and stepfather, because I was a problem child. And here I am with my family there, who refuses to even take my call, refuses to give me a penny, refuses to give me maybe a glass of water. Maybe if they give me, they will treat me like shit. Maybe they'll insult me, especially my stepfather. And here is a Malayali Muslim, Keralite, doesn't know me, just saw me few minutes ago. He knows I don't have the money, even though I didn't tell him. He must have seen me counting the money. And I told him I only want French fries. And he gave me rice, meat, French fries, two sandwiches, and juice. Even my own Christian, this Christian people who give all this Jesus and God, and even they didn't give me a glass of water. The Christian people, I was a Christian, they didn't give me a glass of water. And when the food was there, no, I put it in my mouth and I was crying. The food was hot, the French fries, but I couldn't taste it because I was crying. I was just sobbing. And they saw, they didn't say anything. They just left me. And out of, feeling sorry because tears and, my nose was the thing, he put a tissue box there. They didn't say anything. And while I was sobbing, I was eating. I kept eating little, thinking about my life. Few days ago, few weeks ago, I had everything, car and girls and guys and friends. And, we take everything for granted, whether it's food, whether it's money, whether it's health. But then when you lose it all, no, one by one, it just, when you go through tough times, man, whew. And then as I was eating, they gave me space. They didn't say anything. I ate and I was hungry. Put the French fry. Man, it tasted amazing. Hot French fry with ketchup. Especially when you're hungry, when you're hungry for, like, you have not eaten anything proper for days. Tastes very nice. Sandwich also was very nice.